At 57, Harry discovered a calculation error that nearly destroyed his entire retirement. Not a market crash, not a bad investment, just three simple pension mistakes that would have cost him $2.4 million. And here's what terrified him most. His financial advisor never caught them. Today, I'm revealing the exact pension mistakes that are silently draining millions from retirement accounts right now. You'll see Harry's actual numbers, how he caught these errors just in time, and the specific moves that saved his retirement portfolio. Plus, I'll show you the one tax strategy that recovered $540,000 he thought was lost forever. Quick reminder, this is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please consult professionals for personalized advice about your specific situation. Harry came to me last January with what seemed like a solid retirement plan. 35 years with the same company, $850,000 in his 401k, a modest defined benefit pension worth $9,000 annually. On paper, everything looked perfect for his planned retirement at 62. But when we ran the numbers using 2025 data, something didn't add up. See, Harry had been making the same contribution decisions millions of retirees make. Decisions that feel responsible in the moment, but actually create massive losses over time. His first mistake was so common that 29 million Americans are making it right now. Harry had 3 old 401k accounts from previous employers, just sitting there, forgotten. One from his first job 20 years ago with $42,000. Another from a brief consulting stint with $18,000. A third from a company merger with $91,000. They're fine where they are, Harry told me. They're still growing. But here's what Harry didn't realize. Those abandoned accounts were bleeding money through hidden fees and suboptimal investment defaults. The data is shocking. Each forgotten 401k cost the average person up to $90,000 in lost retirement savings. Harry's 3 accounts? They were on track to lose him $270,000 by age 67. That's just from leaving them behind. But his second mistake was even more devastating. Last year, Harry's wife suggested they reduce his 401k contributions. "We've saved enough," she said. "Let's enjoy life more now." So Harry cut his annual contribution from the maximum $27,500, including catch-up contributions, down to $12,000. Seemed reasonable, right? They had a good nest egg. They wanted to travel more before retirement. Here's what that decision actually cost them. At Harry's current balance and contribution rate, his retirement portfolio would have grown to $4.57 million over the next 20 years, assuming a conservative 5.5% return. But by reducing those contributions, his portfolio would only reach $4.04 million. That's a $540,000 mistake. From one simple decision. Think about that. $500,000 vanished. Not from a market crash, not from bad investments, just from contributing less when compound interest mattered most. But wait, here's where it gets really interesting. Harry planned to claim Social Security at 62. "I want to enjoy it while I'm healthy," he said. Millions think exactly the same way. And it's potentially the most expensive mistake in retirement planning. See, Harry didn't understand the 8% annual benefit increase for waiting. By claiming at 62 instead of his full retirement age of 67, Harry would lose 30% of his benefits. Forever. That's not 30% for 1 year. That's 30% less every single month for potentially 30 years of retirement. The numbers are staggering. Harry's full benefit at 67 would be $3,800 monthly. At 62, just $2,660. That's $1,140 less every single month. Over a 25-year retirement, that's $342,000 in lost benefits. And that's before considering cost of living adjustments that compound the loss even further. But here's the twist nobody talks about. While Harry was focusing on these mistakes, a hidden tax bomb was building in his retirement accounts. One that would have destroyed his wealth management strategy completely. You see, Harry never considered Roth conversions during his peak earning years. "Why pay taxes now when I can pay them later in retirement?" he reasoned. Logical thinking, dead wrong execution. Here's why. The current tax environment is historically favorable through 2028. After that, tax rates are scheduled to increase. Required minimum distributions will force Harry to withdraw massive amounts from his traditional 401k at age 73, potentially pushing him into higher tax brackets. Worse, those forced withdrawals would trigger IRMAA surcharges on his Medicare premiums, adding thousands in unexpected annual costs. And if Harry's wife outlives him, she'll face the widow's penalty, filing single with the same large RMDS, doubling her effective tax rate. The total damage from delaying Roth conversions? Our analysis showed Harry would pay an extra $400,000 in lifetime taxes and penalties. But here's where Harry's story takes a dramatic turn. Once we identified these mistakes, we implemented a complete investment strategy overhaul. First, we consolidated those forgotten 401k accounts into a single, actively managed IRA. This alone saved Harry $12,000 annually in hidden fees and poor returns. Over 20 years, that's $240,000 recovered. Second, we maxed out Harry's 401k contributions again, but with a twist. We also opened a spousal IRA for his wife, contributing $5,000 annually. Even though she wasn't working, she qualified for spousal contributions. This gave them another tax-advantaged account growing tax-free. Third, we created a Social Security bridge strategy. Instead of claiming at 62, Harry would use his dividend growth investing portfolio to generate income until 67. We built a portfolio of high-quality dividend aristocrats yielding 4%, providing $34,000 annual income without touching principal. But the real game changer was our Roth conversion ladder. We started converting $40,000 annually from Harry's traditional 401k to a Roth IRA, just enough to stay within the 22% tax bracket. Yes, it meant paying $90,000 in taxes over 5 years, but it would save Harry $400,000 in future taxes. The math was undeniable. Pay $90,000 now to save $400,000 later? That's a $310,000 win. Combined with fixing his other mistakes, Harry's total recovery? $2.4 million. Not from picking the perfect stocks. Not from timing the market. Just from avoiding the pension mistakes that destroy most retirements. Here's what's crazy. Harry's situation isn't unique. These same mistakes are costing millions of retirees their financial security right now. The average person loses between $500,000 and $1 million from these exact errors. So here's exactly what you need to do today. First, locate every old 401k account. Every single one. The average person has 2.8 forgotten accounts worth a combined $160,000. Second, calculate your optimal Social Security claiming age. For most people, waiting until 67 or even 70 creates hundreds of thousands in additional lifetime benefits. Third, run a Roth conversion analysis. The current tax window closes in 2028. After that, this opportunity disappears forever. Look, Harry thought he was doing everything right. He saved diligently, lived below his means, followed conventional wisdom. But conventional wisdom doesn't account for the complex financial planning realities of modern retirement. These aren't exotic strategies only available to the ultra-wealthy. These are fundamental moves every retiree needs to understand. Because the difference between getting them right and getting them wrong? It's literally millions of dollars over your retirement lifetime. What's your biggest retirement concern right now? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one and it helps me know what to cover next. Next week, I'm revealing the 5 passive income streams that generate $72,000 annually from just a $300,000 portfolio. You won't want to miss that one. Remember, retirement isn't about having millions. It's about avoiding the millions in mistakes that destroy the wealth you've already built.